I have said it before and I will say it again. I think Frontier format is one of the best things that Splinterlands has done in a very long time. It got people excited, it got them talking about the game, and we had big name personalities in the space saying, look, earning tradable NFT cards for winning these matches is kind of a return to classic Splinterlands, right? People were excited. I was excited, and I was hoping that the team would take those lessons learned, use that data point of something that is working, and translate it into the modern format. But I'm looking at this article here and I can't help but feeling disappointed. I can't help but feeling the team missed a golden opportunity to take something that was working and apply it to the rest of the game. So I want to analyze this article in today's video. Hey everyone, welcome back. It's me, the part-time economist, and I want to start off this video by saying I am not a Splinterlands expert. I don't give financial advice. I don't have access to the data that the team is looking at when they make these decisions, right? So my opinion could be 100% wrong. I will willingly admit that. However, if I am feeling this way, I have to feel that other players might be feeling the same. So I want to share my thoughts in today's video. You can agree with me. You can tell me I'm wrong, whatever the case may be. This is just kind of me talking and sharing my opinion. So with that being said, I want you to think back to about a month or two ago, right? When Frontier format came out, people were excited. People were talking. We were getting lots of new players. We were earning tradable NFT cards for winning matches, right? It was a return to classic Splinterlands. And what do you know it? People like classic Splinterlands, right? It was a great success story. And even in the town hall meetings, the team was saying, look, upcoming Conclave Arcana reward set, maybe it's not going to be soulbound, right? They were really teasing this. They were really hyping this up. And then they put out this article and say, hey, by the way, standard foil cards are going to be soulbound. And, you know, again, I'm not here to criticize them, but like as a player, I'm just kind of thinking like, what are you doing? Like we were excited, you knew what we wanted, and you basically come out and say 98% of the cards in the set are still going to be soulbound, right? Like for me, that feels like a huge swing and a miss, right? Because again, players were excited about non-soulbound cards, right? And again, yeah, it says here gold foil, black foil, these will be tradable, right? That's great. That's amazing. But like, what percentage of the cards in the game are gold and black foil, right? 3%, 4%. I don't know the exact numbers, but in my experience, the vast majority of cards are standard foils. So there was something that players were excited about. You knew we were excited about it. And you said, look, the vast majority of the cards, we're not going to give you what you want, right? And again, maybe there's a good reason for that, but it's still disappointing. Now, what you'll notice they do say, look, these gold and black foils, they're going to be tradable. They're going to be, immediately NFTs, right? And again, that's great. That's awesome. The problem is how do you get these gold and black foils, right? Because if you remember from previous iterations of Splinterlands, you could go to the glint shop and you could say, look, I am going to save up my money for a gold foil card. That's what I'm going to do. And what you'll notice, they're taking away gold foil draws. So now you don't even have that option. You can't say, you know what, I value having a tradable, unlocked NFT. I am going to save up. I'm only going to get gold foil draws, right? They're taking that option away. So you don't even have that. So what options do you have if you actually want these NFTs? Well, you can see that one of the primary ways to get them is by the reward chests. Now, the interesting thing is that reward chests don't just contain cards, right? So you get potions, you get merits, you get energy, right? Again, good things that can benefit you if you're playing the game. But if you are just trying to get tradable NFT cards, right? Think how many steps you have to go through, right? So, okay, I have to win my matches, then I have to buy a reward chest, and maybe there's only a 20% chance of getting a card, and of getting a card, only a 2% chance of a gold foil, right? Like, getting these tradable NFTs, is it possible? Yeah, sure, it is. But I don't think this is what many people had in mind when we were so hyped about Frontier format a couple months ago, right? And again, this is me as a player. This is me as a player. What it feels like to me is that they took something that they knew we liked, that we were all excited about, and they said, how can we put this behind a paywall, right? How can we put this behind a paywall? And again, I'm not saying that's what they did. I'm saying that's what it feels like to me, because again, if you look at it, you can't even buy these gold foil draws anymore. You've got to get a reward chest, hope for a card, hope that that card's gold foil. So we do have these unbinding scrolls. How do you get unbinding scrolls? You can purchase them with dark energy crystals. You can get them in loot chests. You can craft them on land, or you can buy them. Can you buy them with glint? You know, the currency that we get for winning matches? No, no, you can't, right? So again, this is kind of the issue that I have is, again, Splinterlands did something really great. I am not taking away from that at all whatsoever. Like, Frontier format was amazing. Tradable NFT cards are amazing, right? That's the foundation that the game was built upon. Remember when we used to have thousands and thousands of players and we had tradable NFT cards? Like, that is what people were excited about Splinterlands. And ever since we've had these soulbound NFTs, like, has there been as much interest in the game? I don't think so. So again, we had this data point of this is amazing, this is working, and they somehow, and again, this is my opinion, they somehow found a way to make it as convoluted and as complicated as possible. And I know I can't say I know, but I suspect they're trying to put pressure on people to like use DEC and boost the price and do all of these things, right? But I think this really shows the limits of there's only so much that you can intervene in an in-game economy. There's only so many changes you can make. There's only so much difficulty that you can place on players before they're like, this just isn't worth it. So again, I'm not making this video to criticize, to put down the team. Like, again, I know that Splinterlands is one of the longest running crypto games, right? They have to do what they feel they have to do to help the game survive, right? Like, I understand that. I'm just saying, for me as a player, this isn't what I was wanting. And I would imagine that many of you out there, this isn't what you were wanting either. So, yeah, let me know what you think. Tell me I'm right. Tell me I'm wrong. Leave a comment. Again, this isn't financial advice. This is just one person on the internet, their completely random opinion. So, as always, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy the rest of the day, and I will see you next time.